Alrighty, here we go. Hey there, everybody. It's a nasty one here again. Welcome back to the next episode of the Cutters franchise rebuild here in Super Mega Baseball 4. We're entering year number 16 here in the Pep Replay League, with the Cutters coming off a championship in year number 15. Last time out was the playoffs. We swept the Colossus in the first round with ease. We then beat the Spinners, the other best team in our conference, in 4. And then we went to the finals. We got to watch the final game of that series against the Clerics, where we won 8-4 on the road, taking the series in 4 games in the best of 5. So we've won our second championship here in the league history. We are just under a 500 club, but we're coming off a really big momentum. We also saw one more retirement from our OG members. That was Harsh McFreddy, our bench utility guy. He finally hung up the cleats after 15 years. Technically, he only played 14 of them. Last season, he wasn't signed out of the free agent pool. So we're almost to the halfway mark of the series retirement-wise. We're in year number 16. I expect a lot more retirements to start happening either this year, next year, maybe the year after that. Heck, we might even get a full 20 years here. We don't know. But we go until everyone's retired. Bringing us back to where we are today, we made a few roster moves in the offseason to bolster the roster, as we managed to keep a majority of the team together. Burnout and John Downhill are still here as the catchers. Buck Agro returns as our first baseman. We have a new rookie backup first baseman, Sylvia Fitzgerald, who is much cheaper than Leighton Schaefer. Plus, she already has Tier 3 RBI hero and Tier 2 sign stealer, which is wonderful. Hopkins returns at second base. Ezekiel Miners is back at third base. Dunk Montgomery is again the backup infield option. Adley Bradford again returns as the starting shortstop. Coraline Pacheco is back for her second season as the backup shortstop. Curtis George back in left field, runner-up in MVP voting last season. Jesse Barnes-Wobble is back as the bench outfield option. Bash Neal is in center. Jagger Marks returns in right. And in the pitching rotation, we hang on to Zero Bango, surprisingly, even though I desperately tried to get rid of him, but couldn't. Nevada Matthews returns. He's now moved up to the number 2 slot. Whoopsie Dubs is still here, and we have a new number 4 starter, Slide Burke. Cheap developmental option replaces Khalil Gregory, who left in free agency. Everett Yuppers, Wayne Christensen, and Joey McUtters all returned from last year's club. We signed Tyree Conway to replace Withers Snyder, and we also signed long reliever Class Mirthright to replace closer Maxton Ayala. We had to get competitive back up to Tier 2, and to do so we had to sacrifice Ayala, who was a spare-spirited player. So with that, we're ready for year 16, looking to defend our championship. We're starting it off against our division rivals, the Grimcats. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. First game, we lose 1-0 as Praline hits a home run in the 7th inning. That is the only run on the board for either club. Fantastic pitching performance from our ace. I believe that was Zero Bango, if I remember correct. No, it was Whoopsie Dubs. Actually, she pitched really well. She just made that one mistake pitch there in the 7th inning that cost us the game right there. But she pitched really well. Everett Yuppers came in relief with a scoreless outing in replace of her. But it just wasn't enough, as there was no offense from our side of the stable. Joey McUtters gets +6 junk on a random roll. He's up to 50. Whoopsie Dubs +5 accuracy, up to 53 after that start. She's now an A-, now definitely the de facto ace. And she gets +6 fielding on top of that, so that's wonderful. Looking at our player development options, we could give arm to Ezekiel Miners, though his arm is pretty solid at third base. It's not among the elite levels. Chance to lose elite four-seamer, not ideal for Burke, so that's a pass for me. Lose elite changeup, no thank you. Power and speed for Bradford. It's a cheap upgrade, not really the greatest. Speed and arm for Buck Agro. He's already really fast, and he doesn't really need an arm as a first baseman, but he could learn to play shortstop. Contact for Pacheco. She is trying to develop there on the bench. I think it's between her and Miners. Both of them will be here for one more game, so we don't need to make a decision just yet. Let's jump over to game number 2. Taking on the Brown Bears, who won their first matchup of the season. Let's see how we do. And we rally, but lose 4-3. So that's another one-run loss for the team. We're 0-2 to start the season. Christensen or Downhill? Downhill. Easy. He's a bench guy. Plus, Christensen's like 20, so he's like really in the peak development range. Fitzgerald plus 14 fielding. Nice. Already signed her, the rookie first baseman. She's up to 50 now in that department, but still a C. Dunk relegation is picked up by the Undead. The third baseman will replace Fisher Campos there on the Undead's bench. All right, so Pacheco, extra contact, not bad. Or minors. We'll actually be able to afford both of them. So yeah, why not? Let's buy both of them. Let's get the arm here for minors up to 72, rolling for a bonus 5. We're not going to get it. That's all right. And then Pacheco, let's give her some extra contact. Why not? 2 contact to 64 plus 5. We're going to get the roll up to 69. Nice. It's plus 7. And her loyalty goes up by 37. She's now a B-. That's wonderful. Next up, we're taking on the Spinners. This is a playoff rematch of the semifinals last year. Matthews versus Espinoza. We go up early 4-0, and we blow them out, winning 10-2. That's a big win for us. Bango or Hopkins? Interesting. Let's do Bango. Let's bring his loyalty up a little bit here. Get it above 50 at least. All right, so we got our first win off the schneid here, 3 games in. Jesse Barnes to the Buzzwings. He'll replace Griffin Robinson there on the bench. Tyree Conway rolls plus 5 velocity at 31 years old. Nice. Up to 37. Class Mirthright loses 5 velocity. He's now down to a C+ overalls. He drops to 57 velo. Miners loses 2 speed. He's down to 86. Couple development options for Hopkins. He could learn to play shortstop finally. That'd be pretty cool. Barneswobble has a development opportunity as well. Ooh, Bashneel can lose high pitch. Forget it. Barneswobbles is very cheap. I like his. It'll be here for 2 games. Hopkins will be here for 1, and we'll be able to afford it next time out. So we will be able to buy both of these again. And I don't like any of the others. Okay. All right, now rookie Slide Burke making his debut here against the 2-0 front-runners. Anias Bullock will be on the mound to oppose him. Let's see how he does. I'm expecting it to go poorly, and he gives up 3 runs early, and we end up losing 6-0, so no surprise there. It's not a great start to the first 4 games of the year. We're 1-3. Not looking really good for the defending championship hopes. But it's still early. We can turn it around. Bear Plunder released by the Felines for Tate Marquez. Harsh Benwood to the Gobblers replacing Azariah Heath. All right. Hopkins, I do like his. His is only a 3% chance to expire, too. We could really save up again, but I think we'll just buy it now, just to be safe. 1 speed to 71, 1 arm to 57, rolling for a bonus 3 speed. We're not going to get it. Looking for learn to play shortstop. Didn't get it. Unfortunate. Good effort, though, Hopkins. He's rattled again, isn't he? God, Emil, why do you suck in the regular season, but you're great in the postseason? I don't get it. Taking on the Clerics, rematch of the finals. They come in at 2-2. We're 1-3. Battle the Aces, and we win 3-2 as Oliver Burnout, or Burn Bright as he's now known, hits the go-ahead single there late. Keeping the status quo from last year's final series going, where we beat the Clerics. All right, lose first pitch prayer on Jagger Marks. That's nice. So Hopkins, after we tried to teach him to learn shortstop, decided, you know what, Coach, I'm going to learn to play third base by myself. So thank you, Emil. I appreciate it. Dubs also rolls plus 6 junk up to 81 now, as she is continuing to develop at a really fast pace. Barnes Wobbles is up next, and but I really like Jagger Marks's. Ooh. Tell you what, I'll risk it. I will save up for this one because I will really want to get rid of first pitch prayer. That would make Jagger Marks, I think it would make him an A-, borderline. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Taking on the 3-2 Ancients here in the next one, and that's going to be Bango versus Malaya Ellison, one of the OG cutters. Nice to see her still in the league after 16 seasons. Taking on the Ancients, we're up early, and we hold on to win 7-2 as Bradford puts that at reach with a late 3-run homer. Marks or Yuppers? Ooh, good question. Let's see how they're doing this year, because I have no idea. Jagger is hitting 222, not great. How is Yuppers doing? Yuppers is pitching at an elite level right about now, and he's appeared, it looks like, in every game so far this year. So, Jagger, you're going to be the one taking this dump. But since you're getting a player development boost, it should raise your loyalty back up a little bit. Especially if we get rid of first pitch prayer, it should max him out again. All right, Axel Guerrero to the Grims, replacing Bro Roden. Anias Bullock cut by the front runners for Betwixt Burns there at the back end of the rotation. Nicole Stanky to the Whispers, replacing Dragoon Craig. Frank Quintana to the Pythons, replacing Matilda Patton as they sign the young bullpen arm. Eric Woodard to the front runners, replacing Angel Sasso. Finnegan Gangrene goes to the Spinners. He'll replace our former long reliever Leah Collins. So an OG cutter in the free agent pool. Graceland Pruitt released by the Ridgebacks for Clayton Molina. Yeah, Hesto's still out here in the free agent pool. Collins is now out here as well. I don't think any of our other guys are out here. Oh, Gregory is, but I'm talking like OG guys, like original cutter players. Yeah, I don't think any of them are out here as well, so. All right. So, Pacheco. Power, speed, and contact. That's not bad. That's actually a pretty solid upgrade. We definitely want to buy... Oh, really? They took it away? It was a 3%. Man, talk about unlucky, Jagger. I'm sorry, man. Well, let's get Barnes Wobbles then. 2 arm to 28, 1 power to 44, bonus 2 arm. No dice there, but it should raise his loyalty up a bit, and it does. There you go, Jesse. Lose elite changeup, lose utility, power and speed, doesn't really need it. Pacheco needs this one most. Hers is the next best. So we got 2 games on it. We can wait, see what pops up. 3-3 now, taking on the 1-5 Pythons. Are off to a very slow start. Nevada Matthews versus Vihan Hammerhead. And they get 6 runs in the first inning. We lose 9-3, as Bradford does hit another home run. But when you give up 6 runs in the first inning, it's very hard to win. Burnout or Buck, really? I like both of them. Burnout hitting .261 here in his 16th season. And Buck, he's hitting only .120. Yeah, that's an easy decision. That's Buck on this one. Yeah, if he's not hitting well, no wonder we're struggling. Bradford or George. Bradford is killing it right now. I might have to penalize George on this one. Yeah, she's hitting .269, 2 homers, 11 RBIs. She's having a fantastic season. But George is hitting .357, but he has only 3 RBIs. I think I'll reward Bradford. I'm going to penalize George on this one. Just because she's clearly our offensive leader. Right now, anyway. Although George is doing what he does best. He gets on base. Chance to lose clutch. No, thank you. Buck Agro does gain bad ball hitter on his own. That's wonderful. Then loses 6 arm as a trade-off, but he's a first baseman, so it doesn't really matter. Michaela Tapia to the Spinners, replacing Ismael Espinoza. Dunk Montgomery rolls +8 power on his own. That's wonderful. Kenzie Loins released by the Spinners for Memphis Colbert. Not bad. Pacheco's is still good. Hers is still the best option. Taking on the 3 and 4 Undead now. Let's see how we do here. And a third of the way through the season at the end of this one. We're rallying, but lose 6-5. We came up just short. Agro hit his first homer of the season. So we're 3 and 5, a third of the way through the season. I'm going to do probably George. Bango just doesn't seem to, be consistent enough for me to reward him just yet. Khalil Gregory, our former starter, replaces Heine Baxter, another former starter for us on the Bowman. Joey McCutters has a chance to gain Metalhead. Okay. Bradford, a decent upgrade chance. Mirth Wright could learn K Collector. He is 31, though, so keep that in mind. He is older. K Collector is a solid trait, though. I like Pacheco's still the best, I think. Although this one for McUtters now is very tempting as well. We should have enough money for it. I mean, he could always use an extra pitch. That'd be nice, and accuracy's nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, why not? Let's do Pacheco's. 1 power to 48, 1 speed to 59, 1 contact to 70. Bonus 2 power, we're not going to roll it. Bonus 2 speed, we're not going to roll that either, unfortunately, but her loyalty's now maxed out there. Alright, I don't think we need to buy anything else at the moment. We got 2 on Mirthrights, 1 on McGutters. We'll actually be able to buy both of those if we want. Alright, taking on the Buzzwings now. Both teams are 3-5 here, a third of the way through the season. Battle of the Aces here. And the Buzzwings beat us 6-0. So once again, our offense is continuing to struggle. They're both over 30. They're both the same age, actually, 31. Conway has not regressed. Mirthright has this year. Mirthright has a development opportunity, though, waiting for him. He's pitching really well. Conway is really, really struggling. Okay, so he's having a really bad year. So I guess Mirthright will get this, even though he has a PDO waiting for him. Is there any relievers waiting for us for competitive sake? Collins is competitive, but she picked up K-Neglector at some point. Blind Alonzo. There is Lindsay Howe. I don't like Lindsay Howe. She is stimulated, though. That'd be pretty cool. She would be, she's just about the same price as Conway, so we can wait on her. No rush. Miners loses power versus left-hander. God damn it, Ezekiel. Hopkins rolls +9 speed. He's now A overall as he goes up to 80. McGutters +6 power. He's a pitcher. That doesn't matter. All right. Miners, 2 power, 2 contact. Decent upgrade. I wouldn't. That's expensive, though. Jesus. You just lost your trade, Miners. Why would I put more money into you? I like McGutters' 2 accuracy to 62. Bonus 5. Not going to get it. Going for Metalhead. Doesn't get that either. That's fine. Metalhead's not that great of a trait. Doesn't get the 2-seamer. That was the one I was really hoping to get. Loyalty goes up. Next up is Mirthrights. Not looking good right about now. Taking on the Razzles now as our former starter Dan Henderson's on the mound for them. We got Bango on the mound again. Not having a great year. ERA just above 4 and his whip is above a 2. Cutters rally and win 4-3. Great job, guys. That's a good win. Downhiller Conway. I think Downhill's really struggling this year as well, isn't he? Yeah, not hitting too well. Let's just do Conway. Why not? He hasn't regressed yet. No roster moves. 10% on Mirthright. Decent upgrade for Barnes Wobble. Power, speed, and fielding with a couple power and speed as well. It's going to be relatively cheap as well. Not going to lose your backup position here, Bradford. I just don't think he needs this. I think Miners is a solid enough player without it. Let's go try to get K-Collector here for Mirthright. 2 velo to 59, bonus 5. Not going to get it. K-Collector, 15%. We're going to get it. Let's go. Class. Absolute class right there. He's back up to a B-. Make him even more effective. All right, next up is the Colossus. They're 5-5. We're 4-6. Matthews is struggling here. Let's see if he can bounce back in this start. Come on, Nevada. Show me something. So that means those runs he gave up early last game he pitched were mostly unearned. Must have been an error. Rally, but lose 3-2, of course. It's all right. We tried. Keeping it close. Bango or Marks? Bango we know hasn't been doing well. How's Jagger doing this year? He was meandering earlier. He's still meandering. He's below 200. All right, Bango, you're going to get this loyalty. Even up that loyalty a bit between him and Jagger Marks. Aggro, easy choice. Aggro over downhill all day. Star versus bench guy. Not a really hard choice. Come on, game. All right, so we're 4-7. We're about to hit the halfway mark of the season here. Let's see if we can get our 5th win. Lachlan Macho Man, cut by the Whispers for Ward Martinelli. Trip Hernandez to the Bowman, replacing Jace Plunder. Hopkins rolls +1 contact up to 83. Skylar Floral to the Bowman, replacing Marin Foundwood. Lose Sign Stealer, no thanks, that's dumb. Extra junk for Yuppers is solid, I like that. He's already really good, though. It's only $300,000, though. Losing Sign Stealer's not good. Barnes Wobbles is decent. I like Barnes Wobbles, and I like Yuppers, so we can get both of them. Barnes Wobble +1 for power to 45, 1 speed to 26, 1 fielding to 46. Rolls bonus 2 power to 47, that's lovely. And he does not roll a bonus 2 speed, but that will max out his loyalty. Boom, and he should be a C+. Nope, damn it. Getting closer, though. Yuppers, we can buy you this junk, too. Why not? 1 junk to 76, rolling for a bonus 5. We're not going to get it. It's alright, we tried. Alright, we're hitting the halfway mark of the season here. Slide Burke versus Cantu here for, I believe this is the Whispers. Whispers do win 3-2. Downhill or Burke. Let's do downhill. Beef up the loyalty a bit. Hopkins or a Burnout? Ooh, good question. Burnout is hitting 175, not great. Hopkins has been struggling this year too, though. He's hitting 171. Burnout costs more money. I gotta reward Burnout for his loyalty. Gotta do Hopkins here. Conway or McUtters? Conway. McUtters is young. He can still develop. Plus, long term, I think Joey has a chance to stick around compared to Conway. All right, halfway home this year. We're 4-8. Not looking great. Lose K Collector? Nope. Another development for Barneswobble. He's getting a lot this time. Christensen has a chance to get more velocity. Yes, please. Dubs? Yes, please. Chance to get a new pitch. I love it. So 1, 2, 3 of them are good. We're going to need to save up a bit of more money, though, it looks like. So we got 2 games, though, so let's save up. Taking on the Cockatoos here to start the second half of the year. Dubs versus Ford Armhorn. Cockatoos at 5-7, looking a little bit better than us. We do win 4-2, so that's a good win. That's a good way to start it. And Buck Aggro showed up big that game, driving in all our runs. Marks or Matthews? Let's do Matthews. Let's even up the loyalties a bit. Game 14? Nope. Monroe McKee really goes to the Razzles, replacing Nero Narwhal. Solid name, by the way. Ahmad Knock to the Ridgebacks, replacing Carlisle Alvarez. Litton Burke to the Razzles, replacing Uriah Bocci. Count Polbean, released by the Ridgebacks for Joe Mullen. Barnes Wobble, we got Downhill, Burnout. Ooh, Burnout could be a utility player. Hello. Hi, Burn. How you doing? Still got to save up some money, though, so we can wait. All right, Bango versus Cameron Mejia, taking on the 5-8 felines here. Both teams are scuffling. And we are going to win 5-1. Good job. Another win. So we're starting off the second half 2-0. Downhill or Bango? Let's do Bango. Looks like Downhill just went up to a B overall on his own. Let's see what he did. Barneswobble loses 2 fielding. Not great, especially being only 23. That's kind of annoying. Ian Evans released to the Brown. He's going to the Brown Bears, replacing Liv Esparza. Downhill rolls +4 arm. He's up to 80. He's a B overall now. Pacheco has another development opportunity. Good for her. She's getting a lot of love here as well. Her and Barneswobble both. All right, so Christensen's has the highest chance to expire, so we'll do his first. 2 Velo, 260, bonus 5. Not going to get it. That's okay. Max out the loyalty for Wayne. Whoopsie, I like hers next. 1 accuracy to 54, 1 Velo to 72, bonus 3 accuracy. We're not going to get it. Going for the 2-seamer, not going to get that either. But nice little development for the ace. And then Burnouts is the next best one, but I can't afford his or Barnswobble. So I'm going to pick Burnouts over Barnswobble. Mainly because Burnout is a starter, Barnswobble is a bench guy. Alright, taking on the 9 and 5 Gobblers. They look like a really good team this year. Let's see if we can put up a fight here. I'm going to keep this winning streak, this little hot streak we're on alive as we won our last 2. And we give it up late 9-4. We were up 4-2 and then just gave up 7 unanswered runs. Gobblers leading their division and we're in the bottom of ours. Marks or Bengal? Let's do Marks here. Try to even the loyalties again. Alright, about to hit the 2/3 mark of the season next. Alright, chance to lose Metalhead. Honestly, not a bad option here for Burke. Metalhead's not that great of a trade, and he could use the development. Lose Elite Changeup. It's only Bengal's calling card, so I'm probably not going to buy that one. I like Burnouts. His is really good. Barnswobbles is still here as well. I can only afford one of them, and I'm going to pick Burnout every time. So, 1 speed to 75, 1 arm to 97, bonus 3 speed. We're going to get it up to 78. Can he become a utility player as well? No, but that's all right. Thanks, Bert, for trying Burnout. Max out that loyalty for our big man on campus, the only original member of our roster from the beginning. And you know what? I'm going to buy Pacheco's as well because she's actually, developing and not losing development I buy for her, unlike Barnswobble, who just can't seem to get anything going. So, 2 arm for Pacheco to 37, 1 power to 49. Bonus 2 arm is not going to roll our way, but, a little bit more development for her. Take on the 8 and 6 front runners now. Let's see if we can win it here. Slide Burke on the mound. And we lose 3-1. A pitcher's duel. Damn it. 6 and 10. We are not looking good. It does not look like we'll be making it back to the postseason, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because this is basically a Barnswobble easy choice over Christensen. It's basically the same team as last year, just a few changes. Why are we not doing the same amount of success, We're still in the shot, though, for it, as we have another game against the front runners. It's a doubleheader. Conway gets +1 junk up to 49. He's still developing. Nice. Ooh, clutch for Brad for that tier 3. That'd be amazing. Lose first pitch prayer is solid for Marks. I like that one. Miners is low pitch. Okay. He doesn't need the speed, though. Bradford clutch would be awesome. And Burks is still here as well. Let's just keep saving, and let's just see what happens. All right, let's see. Game 17 here. Dubs versus Ronan Wheeler. Front runners at 9 and 6. A win would tie them for the division lead. Trying to split the doubleheader, and we will. We win 8-1. The front runners do take the season series against us, though, 2-1, I believe. So, Aggro or Neal? Ooh, good question. Has Buck rebounded well from the beginning of the season? Not really. He's hitting only 222. How is Bash Neal doing this year? I haven't heard his name come up. He's hitting 237, not much better. I think it's a toss-up here. They both cost the same as well. Let's do Buck. He plays less positions. I don't know. I had to come up with something. I think Bash is also younger, so. Curtis George rolls +7 speed on his own, up to 67. He is now an A- as he is developed. Gardner to the Ridgebacks, replacing Gary Kruger. Pacheco rolls +7 contact, up to 77. Really good year for her. Hester Reliable is finally signed. He's going to replace Corbin McLay, the utility player on the Grims, as they are in contention for a playoff spot. John Downhill, +4 speed, up to 35. Not bad. Clutch would be really good. This is only 6%, so I'm willing to risk this and wait, just to try and get some more money in here. Hokie versus Bango. Ooh, Jude Hokie, one of our former starters. Our OG ace, actually. Pitching for the Bowmen, who are 9 and 8. We need this win. We desperately need this win. Come on. Rally and win in 11, 7-5. Let's go. We cracked the Bowman bullpen. Yes. McUtters or Montgomery? Ooh, good question. How are they doing? Dunk, I'm sure you've gotten a lot of playing opportunities. You don't really play that much. McUtters, I'm sure you pitch more than him, right? Yeah. Not a great year for him either. McUtters is going to be the cheaper option. So let's do Joey here. Whispers are 12-5. Oh, not us. Sim. So we're sitting in fourth. We're 3 games out of first with, looks like 6 games left. Billy Coleman to the Rousers, replacing Petrie Proctor. Calais Greenman to the Pythons, replacing Vihan Hammerhead. Beefley Bennett released by the Pythons for Judd Roberson. Burke gets +4 accuracy on his own up to 38. Rig Mills released by the Grims for Fisher Campos. Okay. Jaggers is at 3%. That's good. Bashnio is here. Bradford's is still here. Thank God. I love that one. Yuppers. Ooh, chance to get a cutter. That'd be wonderful. Still, I think the trade outweighs it, especially Tier 3 clutch. Have to go for it. 1 power to 48. Bonus 5. Not going to get it. That's okay. Going for clutch. Got Tier 3 clutch. Let's go, Bradford. Adley Bradford up to an A- tier now. That's her first trade unlocked. Nice. Oh, that's wonderful. And we'll still have enough to get Jaggers next time. Oh, that's perfect. We can get rid of that negative trait. Oh, Bash Neal got hurt. Oh, no. We're going to be without our star center fielder. Taking on the Pythons, 7-11. We need this win to stay relevant in the playoff hunt. Coming in at 8-10. Matthews on the hill. And we are going to blow out the Pythons. We win 12-3. Nice job, guys. 9-10 now as we beat the last place team. That's a team we should beat. And that basically guarantees the Pythons are not making the playoffs this year. Well, Bash, you did get hurt here when you needed you most, so I'll do you on this one. Ham's a leg strong to the Rousers, replacing Irene Knockmore. Mirthwright loses 8 junk down to a C+ again as he's at 25 junk. Marks, first pitch prayer, get rid of that would be awesome. Development chance for Fitzgerald, that'd be pretty cool. It's also cheap. Bash Neal could learn to play first base in addition to his outfield positions. Burnout can max out his arm. Yuppers could get a pitch. I got to go with Jagger here. Got to get rid of a negative trait. I think that outweighs the extra pitch type for Yuppers. +1 power to 66, 1 speed to 65, 1 fielding to 80, 2 bonus power. We're going to roll it up to 68. There we go. That's +3. +2 speed. Didn't get it. That's okay. First pitch prayer. Damn it. We didn't get rid of it. Okay. But loyalty's maxed out for Jagger now, so that's good. Hey, one boy. Welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Nice to see you again. Hopefully your day's been well. Yeah, we're not in a bad spot. We still need some crazy luck. Yeah, we do. We're going to need it. 2.5 games out. It's really helping that our other division in our conference is really, really weak. We'd be in second place in that division right now. All right, Frontrunners and Buzzwings. Ideally, I would rather have neither of these teams win, but I guess the Buzzwings would be the better pick. Unfortunately, the Frontrunners win, so we're still 3 games out. Pythons lose again. They're guaranteed to have a losing record. Buzzwings, please lose. Thank you, Bowman. I appreciate you. Okay, we're within striking distance now of second place. Okay, we got a shot. Taking on the 8-11 Hares. Slide Burke, the rookie on the mound, versus Rash Tropicus. Let's see how we do. Need this win. We need this win bad. This is a team we need to beat. It's the last place team, too. And we're going to lose 6-0. God damn it. Okay, that's unfortunate. 9-11. Burke or Barneswobble? Well, you both suck. You're both bench guys. Barneswobble, you haven't really played this year, have you? Not overly, no. You're 0 for 5. How about Burke? How have you been this year, my friend? I know you've pitched. Not great. I think you both suck, but if I had to pick one, I'll pick Burke. And I need to get rid of Burke, actually. Mirthright, easy choice. Joey's got potential. Burke is what? Is he competitive? No, he's spirited. Okay, so we need a spirited guy. Lennon Hill. Not bad. Dan Henderson. Hello, Danny boy. How are you today? Well above your price point. Lennon Hill. He's the next best option. There is Landon Briggs as well. Alright, if I had a choice, it's between Briggs or Lennon. Lennon would have tier 1 meltdown. That's fine. I can work with that. But he's a 3-pitch starter. Oof, that's rough. Briggs is also a 3-pitch starter. Okay, well then it doesn't matter. Let's just take Lennon. He's a better option. He is going to cost a little bit of money. But you know what? I need a competent 4 starter here for the end of the year. We can always re-sign Burke in the offseason. So let's do that. Beef that up, that last 4th roll. Bullpen. Is anyone in the bullpen suck this year? I think Mirthright is doing decently, not great. Yuppers is pitching at an elite level once again. Christensen having an even better elite year than Yuppers. Conway's been rough. And Joey's been passable. Okay, I think Conway can go as well. Do we have a competitive reliever? Could bring in Leah Collins to help out. She would have tier 3 clutch. Lindsay Howe, no thank you. Yeah, I think let's just go get Collins. Let's bring her in. Cost a little bit of money again, but we'll beef up the bullpen there. Little slice. Love it. Any of you guys play outfield? Barneswobble's what? Crafty? Okay, so he's expendable. He can be anything we want him to be. So there is Bear Plunder. No thanks. Rig Mills. Passable. I can work with that, but they just released him, didn't they? They did. Pruitt, nope. McGuire, Concentrado, Titus Powell, Lenny Shannon. Okay, all right. I like it. Can't play any outfield positions, though. Bugby. That one is better. That is better. I like you, Bugby. Can I afford you? Why, yes, I can. Look at that. Perfect. All right, so we are beefing up the roster here just a little bit here before the end of the year. The only other real hole is Fitzgerald, but she's been developing really well, so I'm fine with her staying. Same with McGutters and Mirthright, I think, is the only other option I would consider cutting, but I think we use most of our money, so stick with what we got here. 4 games left. We need to win out to have a chance at the division title. All right, taking on the 10-10 Grin Cats. We lost to them on opening day 1-0. Battle of the Aces once again. It is Dubs versus Spears. Let's see how we do. They won this matchup 1-0 on opening day. How can we counteract it this time? Anything I can buy player development-wise? I'm not giving you RBI 0. Extra fielding would be nice, but it's first baseman, so not a top priority. Speed for Bash Neal would be awesome, and chance to play first base as well would be clutch. Burnout could max out his arm. Yeah, we'll think about it. All right, here we go. Need this win. Come on, guys. Let's rally. Put up that win. Let's go. 10-2. That's a big one right there. Bash Neal's first game back from injury. All right, that's a huge win. We move into 3rd place. We have the tiebreaker. We are within striking distance of a playoff spot now. Felines win. That's great for us because the Colossus needed to lose. The Undead won. They're about to lock up their division. The Spinners lose. That's also great for us. Buzzwings, unfortunately, do win, so they're 11 and 10. They stay in front of us. Pythons lose again. That didn't matter. They're already out of the playoff hunt. Felines win. Ancients are guaranteed to miss the playoffs now. Frontrunners win, so they have locked up the division. There's no way we're going to catch them. Grimcats lose. Perfect. That's wonderful. Oh, that is wonderful. We have a game. The Frontrunners are actually a game behind us, too. If we win out, we'll finish 13-11. We can't catch them. So, Frontrunners are going to win the division, unfortunately. Buzzwings still have a chance to catch them, so this is an important game for them. Collins regressed down to a B-, lost 9 velo after we just signed her again. Development option for Christensen. We won't be able to buy this one for Bango. We could buy this one for Christensen. He's already pretty solid. Let's not. Burnout maxing out his arm. That'd be pretty cool. Bash Niels is really good too. I think Bash's is more beneficial. Fielding for Fitzgerald isn't really that big of a deal. I think Bash's is the best. 1 speed to 73 speed. Not going to get it. Learning to play first base in addition to the outfield? Nope. Worth a shot. And then we can buy Burnouts next game. Perfect if it's still here. All right, make or break time. Got to beat the Buzzwings. They're 11 and 10. We're 10 and 11. A win here ties us for second place in the division, and we have tiebreaker. We're going to lose 6-3. Damn it, we needed that win, guys. All right, 2 games left. Make or break time. Hopkins or Neal? Hopkins is hitting $190. That should be easy to beat for Bash. Yeah, Bash is playing better. It's got to be Hopkins. He's being another disappointment in the regular season once again. Player developments. Burnouts is still here. We can max that out. That is going to be wonderful. 2 arm for Burnout. He's maxed out. Perfect. Good job, Burn. But yeah, looking around the league here. Let's see. Hill loses 6 accuracy. We just signed him at the back end of the rotation. He's down to a B-. Burdock to the Razzles, replacing Tippy East. Fitzgerald loses 3 arm randomly. It's okay. She's a first baseman. And he cracked the code. Nice job, Burnout. All right. Colossus lose. That's perfect for us. We needed that. There is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-team race for the last playoff spot. And all of them are sitting at 10 and 2 in the 12. And the Felines just lost, so that's perfect. Buzzwings are going to beat the Pythons, who've basically given up on the year. So the Buzzwings are guaranteed to be the 3 seed no matter what, at the very least. They're still in striking distance for the division title if the Frontrunners lose. And the Frontrunners do lose. Okay, it's still wide open. The Colossus just lost, so that's perfect. They're all 10 and 13. They all lost. If we win this, we are a game away from clinching. Oh my God. Taking on Josiah Handspringer, our former starter, and the division-leading Ridgebacks, who are 13 and 9. Oh man, this is a tough matchup. All right, make or break, Nevada. Let's go. We win 3-1. Let's go, and Burnout hits the go-ahead double. Nice. 11 and 12. Okay. So the only team that right now can beat us is the Spinners, because they have a better run differential. However, if the Spinners lose their last game, we are guaranteed to be the 4 seed. Oh boy, this is getting good. This is getting good. Oh my. Sid Reeves to the released by the Clerics for our former closer, Maxton Ayala. Workhorse for Hill. I don't know that number, so that's going to go right to my voicemail. Miners loses 4 contact. He's been really starting to regress early at age 27. Ayan Cano released by the Pythons for Matilda Patton. Lenny Shannon replaces Dub Velos on the Clerics. Samson Sasso cut by the Pythons for Trina Luncaster. The only thing we can really buy is this one for downhill, and it's not really worth it. So I'm just going to save the rest of my money and just sim the last game. Taking on the 13-10 Grims. All right, here's the situation we find ourselves in. If we win, we are guaranteed to make the playoffs as the 4 seed. If we lose, we need the Spinners to lose. They are the only team that can catch us. Make or break time, boys. Lennon Hill, the 39-year-old veteran who has just signed out of the free agent pool, will be making the start against Ashton Odom. He's a better option than Slide Burke, so let's see if we can win it. Oh, it's thinking about it. And we're going to win 3-1. Lennon Hill puts on a masterclass, and we beat the Grims. We're going to the playoffs again. We're the 4 seed, and we're going to draw the frontrunners in the first round. A division rival matchup. All right, so it doesn't even matter what the Spinners do here. I bet you they win. Yeah, they would. They beat the Felines. They would have beat us. Frontrunners lose to the Gobblers. Battle division leaders there. Gobblers clinch their title. Ridgebacks win. They get their 14th win of the year. Ancients win, and Colossus win. Okay. So we are the 4 seed. Buzzwings are the 3 at 13 and 11. Frontrunners are the number 1 seed at 14 and 10. They have the tiebreaker over the Undead, who are the number 2. On the other side, number 1 seed is the Whispers at 16 and 8. Number 2 is the Gobblers at 15 and 9. Number 3 is the Ridgebacks at 14 and 10. And despite losing to us in the finale, the Grims are the 4 at 13 and 11. Once again, that division, that conference is the stronger division, as every team had at least 11 wins except one, whereas in our division, we had 2 teams below 11 wins. My God. We had a lot of teams with losing records. They at least had a lot of teams with a 500 record or better. Curly Cook to the Cockatoos, replacing Ford Armhorn. Twist Keith released by the Cockatoos for Landon Briggs. Vib Tamayo to the Grims, replacing Hesto Reliable, one of our OGs. We got to star him. Bert Arbor cut by the Rousers for Ash Bradley. Wilson Durham to the Grim Cats, replacing Rentworthy Howard. Natalie Gongnam released by the Felines for Lindsay Howe. Axton Cowie to the Felines, replacing Cameron Mejia. Miles Whitaker to the Undead, replacing Harry Martinez. Heidi Concentrado to the Cockatoos, replacing Todd Case. Marcus O'Connell to the Clerics, replacing Hector Longstroke. Arsenio Ellison cut by the Brown Bears for Melissa York. Blind Alonzo to the Cockatoos, replacing Lexi Hancock. Ministry O'Neill to the Colossus, replacing Emmett Kirk. And Matthews gets +3 contact randomly. That's awesome. Narwhal to the Grims, replacing Atlas McDaniel. Kenzie Loins to the Hares, replacing Wid Aitken. And Harlan Little released by the Grim Cats for Orville Powell. All right, so the only one of our guys that we're concerned about here in the free agent pool is Hesto Reliable, being 37. He's going to be 38 next year. He's the only OG cutter in the free agent pool that is not on a team. So we have him start in case he does decide to retire. But there isn't really anybody I'm looking to bring in. I think we really beefed up the team the best we could. So we're just going to roll with what we have here and hope for the best. As much as I would love a better 4 starter than Lennon Hill, I think we're kind of stuck with our hands tied here. Only player development opportunity I can buy is this one downhill, and I don't care for it, so we are good. All right, not bad. Let's see. Our MVP for year 16 is Adrian Long, the former cutter. The center fielder hits over 400 and clinches it with 8 homers and 19 RBIs. Very good year for Adrian. Pablo Cantu, one of our former starters, is in third. I think also Ramus Hamilton was a once-a pitcher for us as well. He's number 9. But none of our guys cracked the top 10 this year. Miners is number 10 in batting average, so he is our batting average leader. Wilfred Hancock is also on the batted average list there and the home run list. Spool Worrymore tied for the league in home runs with 9. And Villa led the league in RBIs with 23. I also see Worrymore there with 21. Twosome Walter, another former player, with 20. Long at 19. And Bradford was our team leader with 18. Not bad. Miners number 4 in on-base percentage at 402. No one cracks slugging. No one cracks OBS for us. Yeah, really good years for a lot of guys. Hancock was number 2 in slugging and number 3 in OBS. Fishman Cole Salmon almost hit 1,000 in the on-base and slugging. Not bad. Way to go, Cole. He also is slugging at .616. Still putting up good numbers. Okay. Nothing really sticks out here. Miners had 7 stolen bases to lead the team. He tied for 4th in the league. Curtis George got caught stealing the most, though. He had 4 times he got hung out to dry. Wins, Whoopsie Dubs had 4 of her 6 starts, tied for number 2 in the league. Ramus Hamilton had an .034 ERA. Oh my God, Ramus. Butters cracks the top 10 in ERA, so does Everett Yuppers. He cracks number 10 down there at 191. I also see Dan Henderson on the list, but he was released partway through the season. Pablo Cantu with a 149. Whew. Wow. Liz Wilkins in the save list there with 3. I remember her. Whip, Everett Yuppers 088. He is in 7th. Nobody in opponent batting average or strikeout. Two Pneumatics is top of the strikeout list with 40. He's the only one to crack 40 this year. Cantu with 37, it looks like, and opponent batting average. Henderson is there again. So is Cantu. Good years for these guys. I bet you if Henderson had stayed on his team, he probably would be the MVP, but unfortunately they cut him for budget reasons. Maddox, strikeouts per 9 wins with 1137. Man, Tuna. Walks per 9, Everett Yuppers is your king with a 109, and his strikeout to walk ratio is best for 4th in the league with a 7 flat. So Yuppers was our best pitcher. Looking at stats here real quick before we do the playoffs. Decent year for Bradford, led the team in RBIs with 18. She had her best offensive year of the season. Buck Agro rebounded well to hit above 200. He did have 6 homers and 17 RBIs. George had 15 RBIs. Power numbers went down a bit, but he hit solidly, 278. John Downhill struggled. Ezekiel Miners hit really well again, hitting 326 despite his regression and losing his power trait against lefties. Bash Neal had a decent year, hitting 256. Hopkins barely managed to crack 200. Jagger Marks at 229. He had a down year. Burnout showing his age now, hitting 224. That's a shame to see. Pacheco and Fitzgerald did almost nothing off the bench. Montgomery was solid in his opportunities. Looking at pitching, Whoopsie does another fine year. She was our best starter. Lennon Hill had 1 start, and he made it count, almost throwing a complete game for us, giving up 1 run. Nevada Matthews pitched decently well, despite not getting a lot of run support in his starts, and he had 1 start where he gave up 7 unearned runs. That was bad. Bango, another middling year. Could have been better. Didn't really throw a lot of innings, unfortunately. Collins, horrible, but she's at the end of her career, so I'll cut her some slack. Mirthwright was barely passable. Christensen had an elite-level sophomore season. Love to see that. Joey McUtters had an ERA just under 5. Not a great year for him, but decent for given his overall. Yuppers, another elite-level year with an ERA under 2. Love to see that. Great job, Everett. Pitched in 20 of 24 games. All right, to the playoffs. Alrighty, here we go. We got the front runners in round 1. Buzzwings have the Undead. Whispers have the Grims, and the Gobblers have the Ridgebacks. Let's do it. And Undead win 5-0 over the Buzzwings in Game 1. First matchup, Whoopsie Dubs versus former Cutter Messiah Presidente. Oh, the aces will duel. Nice to see Messiah did become an ace somewhere, though. He always had ace stuff. He just was behind Jude Hokey and Connor Frazier, so he's always going to be a number 3 here. We are going to hold on and win 5-4. That got a little too close. Oh, they have Elliot Rums in their bullpen. I saw him. He got the double play there to stop our rally. Ridgebacks win 2-0. Grims win 3-1. Buzzwings blow them out 11-1. So that series is even up at 1. Bango versus Gross. Alejandra Gross. Here we go. Bango versus Gross. Bango. Bango. Yay! 8-0. We're 1 away from the sweep. Can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? Ridgebacks and Gobblers. Ridgebacks win 5-1. Whispers win 8-6. Undead wins 6-1. Okay. Undead have the advantage. Looking for the sweep. Betwixt Burns for the front runners. Nevada Matthews, the sophomore, for us. Can we get a sweep? Can we get a sweep? Here we go. We're going to lose 8-1. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's okay. It's okay. We were at home, too. That's the sad part. All right, Ridgebacks looking for the sweep against the Gobblers to pull the upset here. But the Gobblers will extend it. They blow them out. 11-2. Grims looking to take advantage against the Whispers at home, and the Grims will win 9-1. Undead looking to win in 4 on the road, and they do it. 7-3. Buzzwings are out in 10. All right, Ronan Wheeler versus Lennon Hill, battle of the number 4s. Can we get this win at home and not go back to their place for Game 5, please? We rallied, but we lost in 10, 5-4. God damn it, we're going to have to do this the hard way. Shit. Gobblers need a win to stay alive. Can they do it? Ridgebacks hold the lead in the 9th, but they blow it 6-5 in 10. Go into a winner-take-all Game 5. Whispers and Grims. Grims rally to win 10-8. They win in 4 as they upset the top team in the playoffs, the Whispers. They're out. Winner-take-all. Dubs versus Presidente. A duel of the aces. Who will win it? Can we pull it out? And we're gonna do it again. We win 7-4. Great job, guys. Once again, we slap Presidente around. And Ridgebacks and Gobblers here. Gobblers pull the reverse sweep. They win 4-2 as they come out of nowhere. All right, we're taking on the Undead here in the semifinals. The Undead are, I think, the second best team left. I think the Gobblers had a better record. They were 15-9. Undead, I think, were 14-10. Let's see how we do. Bango versus Frost. Well, we are going to lose the first game, 2-1. No surprise there. Oh, we're also facing Joey McUtter's sister, Dame. She's a reliever for the Undead. I forgot about that. Gobblers beat the Grims 6-2. Okay. Of course, the Undead do have a rest advantage on us. They only played 4 games. And they go up 2-0 as they win 6-4 in Game 2. So we're backs are against the wall. We need a reverse sweep. Gobblers win 2-1 over the Grims. They're looking for the sweep. Can we get it done? Carlson versus Hill. Odds are not in our favor. We are at home, though. That's the one good thing we got going for us. We do win to stay alive. 13-4. That's a big win there. And the Grims rally but lose 7-4. So the Gobblers do sweep. They will be in the finals awaiting the winner of our series. So they will have a huge rest advantage on whoever makes it. That's not the team I wanted to see there at the end either. The Gobblers are pretty good. All right, Lenny McLean versus Whoopsie Dubs. Can our ace send us to Game 5? They rally, we rally, but they win in 10, 8-6. So we will drop just short in 4 games. Good job, Undead. Really well pitched series for both teams there, I think. Gobblers take Game 1, 2-1. Gobblers then win 4-1. They're up 2-0. They had home field advantage. And the Gobblers will sweep. They win 5-1 in Game 3. Gobblers have won another title. Good job, Gobblers. Still, very successful year. We made the playoffs again with a nice late rally in the end of the season. We go to the semifinals again, but we just couldn't get it done. The Undead outmatched us. They were a better team. So the fact we put up a fight against them as well as we did is wonderful. Not bad. So right now, 7 playoff appearances, and we're still just slightly under our win-loss record, unfortunately, because we only went 500 this year. All right, now for the big spot. Will we have any new retirements here to add to the list? Let's find out. Burnout! No! Burnout is retiring at end of 16 years. It is the end of an era. The only OG cutter to stick with us all the way through the series is gone. Retiring at the top of his game, now known as Burn Bright, Oliver. Nice job, Burn. You did good. I'm glad we got you that second title when we did, buddy. Check his numbers real quick. 49 homers, 191 RBIs, 262 batting average. Really respectable numbers. A very long career. He really redeemed himself. Last 2 years he wasn't hitting that well, but he stuck around as a good leader for the club. He guided us through a lot of rough seasons. Great job, Burnout. You've avenged your name. Enjoy your retirement. It's tough to see. Let's see here. Leah Collins did not retire, so she is still here in the league, so we will be going at least for 1 more year. Let's see. Any other retirements? Lennon Hill retires. No surprise there. He was going to be 40. He was at the end of his career anyway. Okay, interesting. Well, we're going to be in the market for a new starting catcher. Can we keep John downhill? 50-50 roll. And he is going to walk. Okay, so we're going to be in the market for 2 catchers. Buck didn't really play well this past season, but he's been really good for most of his career. I don't really want to let him walk. He's a very... And now with Burnout gone, we could take Burnout's money and put it into Buck. Yeah, why not? Let's invest. Let's invest in Buck. I think he's going to be a great offensive leader. Sylvia's a solid backup to keep. 99 roll. We got that. Hopkins, he's looking to leave. I mean, regular season-wise, Hopkins is nothing special. In the postseason, though, dude lights the world on fire. So it's kind of a tale of 2 coins with him. You get a guy who struggles for most of the regular season, but then in the playoffs, he becomes like a legend. I'll need to think about it. Miners, once again, is 100% on board. He is starting to regress, though, so we got to keep that in mind moving forward. Montgomery's a solid backup to keep. 3/4 roll. We do get that one. Bradford had her best year of this playthrough so far, so we'll try and keep her, and we do. Pacheco, she's developed decently. Now let's pay her the money. She developed well this year. Curtis George, love to keep him on the roster. He is a revelation out there in left field, and he will stick. Bash Neal, 99%. He should stick here. And he does. Jagger Marks, he had a down year. I'm not going to pay him any extra. It's a plus 90%er. And he stays as well. That's wonderful. Bugby, I'm going to look to replace. I'm not planning on keeping him in the free agent period. He's a veteran that needs to go. Whoopsie Does was great as our ace. Zero Bango again does not want any extra money because he knows he's not playing well. He's all right, but he's not great. Nevada Matthews had a good year. I like what he brings to the table. 2/3% chance to roll here. I'm going to roll it and see what happens. See if we can get the odds in our favor, and we do. Nice. Lovely. Collins, if I'm going to keep her, then I can get rid of Mirthright. She is better overall ratings-wise. Plus, Tier 3 clutch is nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, let's keep her what she's making at. We'll let Mirthright go in free agency, but we'll resign him for now. We're keeping Yuppers, definitely. We're definitely keeping Christensen, and we're definitely going to keep Joey as well. 88%. Let's roll this, and we got it. Nice. All right, so only one's left are Whoopsie Dub. She's been very, very good at the top end of our rotation. She's asking for a respectable amount of money. Pay the lady. And Hopkins, I just don't think he's earned it. I mean, he's really good. Don't get me wrong. He's got great traits for the team, but outside of like 3 years, he hasn't really been that great. Yeah, he just hasn't really been like that elite level guy that you expect with those ratings. So I'm going to let him walk. Because there was no chance we were going to get him to re-sign. So just got to let him go. So we got 4 openings: Burnout, Downhill, Hopkins, and Hill. Plus we also have Bugby we're trying to replace. That's 5. And Mirthright is 6. So 6 players we're going to look to replace this offseason. He wanted to stay. Yeah. That's a shame. All right, any other retirements? Crescent Wyatt, Cody Barnes, Dana Knapp, Lennon Hill, Furtive Lowry. Hesto Reliable hangs him up as well. Our original starting shortstop is gone after 16 seasons. So that's at least 2 retirements. We're over halfway there now. No other named guys have retired, so we'll need to manually go check. Let's go take a look at Harsh's numbers as well. All right, so Hesto is gone. 50 homers, 144 RBIs, 262 average. Like Burnout, very respectable numbers and a very long career as well. Hesto was good. I already knew he was good. He didn't really have a whole lot to prove to me, considering his nickname is Old Reliable. A lot of up and downs in his career, but overall, solid shortstop, a guy you would want on your team more often than not. So good for him. He can go enjoy retirement as well. Anyone else? Wade is retired already. Cross is still playing. He's going to be here for at least one more. Chopper's retired. Hesto is now retired. Warrior just won a championship with the Gobblers, I believe. Or no, he's on the Undead, actually, so he finished runner-up. He is still in the league as well. Beard is retired. Burnout just retired. Ho, he is still playing for the Undead. Still kicking it. Harsh retired. Nico retired. The Fishman, he is still here. Okay, he's playing for the Grimcats. Manning retired. Tandy retired. Jude Hokie, still kicking it with the Bowman. He's still here. Top of his game. Ellison, still kicking it with the Ancients. Presidente, we just faced him in the playoffs. He is still here with the front runners, so he is still here. We know Connor's retired already. Leia is still here. Butters, still here. Still kicking it. Bulgar's retired. Rums. Elliott is still with the front runners. Really showing his age, though. And Troy Harrison, still a B overall. Still in the league. Okay. So just the 2 retirements this year. So that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of our 9 original pitchers left. And let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have 11 of our original 22-man roster still in the league. So we are officially halfway home retirement-wise. So I say given another year or two, and all these guys are probably going to be retired. It's just, will those higher-level guys retire in the next 2 years? Those are really the only question marks. I think Elliott Rums has maybe 1 more year left in the tank. Harrison maybe has 2 max. Other guys, they're still at the top of their game, though. That's the sad part. It's kind of like they're just going to surprise you with an out-of-nowhere kind of retirement thing, and it's like, oh, man, now we got to work around that. All right, we can do the off-season next time. I'm running out of time here. We'll work on that next time. But, yeah, let's just go ahead and star a couple players here, and then we can go ahead and try and revamp the offense and, go through year 17 and see how things go. I can actually do that next time. There's no rush. But, yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Cutters do go to the semifinals, trying to defend our championship after a 12-12 year, sneaking in as the number 4 team in the playoffs. We upset the front runners, lose to the Undead. The Undead then go on to get swept by the Gobblers. And then the big retirements we see at the end of the year, our captain Burnout, or Burn Bright as he's now known. Our catcher has hung him up, and so has Hesto Reliable, our original shortstop. We are officially halfway home retirement-wise. 11 out of 22 players have hung up their cleats. Only a few more seasons left of this playthrough, so we'll see who retires next year in year 17. And we'll also probably just go through the season. I'll highlight the roster moves I made off screen. That's probably what we're going to do. But thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate the support as always. If you haven't already, hit the follow and or subscribe buttons down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already over on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch down in the description below if you guys want to come over, watch the games live before they're posted. And also follow me over on this platform as well if you so choose. Shout out to One Boy for tuning in and chatting throughout the stream, buddy. Appreciate it. Everyone else, catch you on the next one. Until then, this is the Nasty One. Signing off. Have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you guys may be.